Good afternoon, Dave from the shed doing the Friday afternoon update. Not a lot of modelling done this week, all sorts of other stuff. Had a bit of a malfunction in the garden sculpture slash fish pond filter, so I had to do a bit of a major rebuild on that this week. Took a bit of time figuring a few things out. Back to working more efficiently, but it looks like I might have to bite the bullet next week or in the new year and buy a bit of I don't like to use a bit of algae killer just to clean the pond out. We'll need to buy a new filter. My filter, the fibre filter part of it's getting clogged up rather too quickly, but I will have to rebuild that in the new year as well. But anyway, we're back running and filtering. Anyway, I don't want to make you too sick by moving around, but this is what has been taking up a lot of my work this week, is the mighty tea house. Oh, hang on. Some turkey left a barrow in the road. Last week there was, you might have seen a whole pile of timber on the ute and other bits and pieces, but this week we have a construction project. It is the magic backyard. Well, technically it's a tea house. That's what the lady of the house is designated it, and the design she put to me was called a tea house, but you could call it a cubby house or a Wendy house. But that is what we've got so far. The windows are painted on at this stage because I'm waiting for the Director of Engineering to tell me yes or no about the window placement. She's in Canberra at work at the moment, so I've been sending photos back and back. Oh, I've had some fun. The door is actually pull, but I painted push on it just to confuse anybody. Door is more about safety at this stage because it's I've got a lot of building supplies stacked up in here. So you can have a look inside. Got a lot of timber and bits and pieces. See if the camera adjusts. So yeah, inside it's about 2.2 metres. It's not a square building. It's interesting shape. It's like square on two sides not, and that's how the good lady wanted it. A bit hard to build something that's not square, but it's timber motorcycle shipping pallets for the framing, and on the outside is the walls. On the outside formwork plywood that I've salvaged from a couple of jobs and have sitting around. So this is where we're up to. This is what I've been doing this week. Got more to go, but that's what we're doing. So that'll be a little like indoor space, and when we're out in the yard you can have drinks and entertaining and doing stuff. So it's a bit of a, and also the kids can use it play. Hoping that the grandkids, when we get it done, they'll come and paint it and have some fun. You know, just get some mist tint paints and paint the thing up. But that's the tea house, which is going on. It's going to be hopefully try and get it finished for early in the new year, or even for New Year's Day. I'll swing around here. This side of it, there will be a round window. Yeah, I know. You probably can see the angles in it. So it's not a square building, folks. Now, there will be a fake gable roof on it, but easier now is it's got a roof on it, which is form ply, and then we'll build a fake sort of like lightweight building on it on top. That'll be tea house, beach tea house style. But anyway, the missus, she wants a round window on the side. So I decided before I cut that out with the round, I would paint it on it so she can see what size the window will be, because she's umming and ahhing. What's round windows? It's called the Jacaranda Tea House because it's snuck in between the jacaranda trees and bits and pieces. And this is what this space been designated for a cubby playhouse, tea house for years. But I can't do much more on it now, so we're a bit of a pause today until I know what the windows will be, because then I can finish the lining out and doing bits and pieces. But anyway, that's what's been taking up my time. Oh, look at that, wheelbarrow parking. I must be the only bloke in town who has two wheelbarrows. Anyway, let's go in and have a quick look in the shed. There's timber everywhere. I had a truckload of all these motorcycle packing crates, and I've been stripping them down. Some were used for framing, so there is timber work everywhere, which will be the outside of the building. When I know what I'm doing, as you saw in the shed's full of timber, and there's more timber here. It's all here ready to go. What's been going on? Well, not a lot of modelling. push bike helmet, bits and pieces. What's on the... Broke me vice! I was messing around in there doing some stuff. So I'll have to do a repair on that. I think a piece of threaded rod, tap it and put a piece of threaded rod in it and refill that. But yeah, but that was a bit of a blow. The good old small hobby vice. It's casting failed. So I might think about drilling a hole, tapping a thread and putting a piece of threaded rod down the middle of it. Reinforce it. And probably some araldite, then glue it up, make it nice and strong. So printing Christmas toys still. Ongoing job. Printing out here. About to have to do a changeover on this machine. It's been running this morning, printing out some bits and pieces, so we're about to do a changeover. The machines are running like that actually had failures this week. It's got to a stage we've got 3 out of 4 machines running. There's only 2 printing today, but had a few failures in printers. But anyway, well, over here, machine running. Finally got my Chinese supplier to pull his finger out and send the printing filament that they were meant to be sending us, but most of it's arrived. Well, half the shipment. We're still waiting on some stuff. Australia Post tells me that the rest of it's actually in Kelso. So there should be another box. That'll keep us going for about 6-12 months. Printing machine. I've got a job to set up in this machine. Just thought I'd record this video first before I jump back into doing stuff. So that's where we're up to this week in the shed. I'll speak to you next Friday. We are on the run up to Christmas. Doesn't feel like it because the weather's been miserable. You know, we've had still below 10 degrees overnight. I've got a couple of jobs I'm meant to be using some adhesive for, and you can't use it below 10 degrees. And it takes about 24 hours to set, so I can't finish the bathroom project until we're getting days and nights that aren't below 10 degrees, which is a bit of a problem. Anyway, that's it for this week. Have a great week. Keep safe. Take care. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Any questions, shout out. If you've got any questions about 3D printing techniques and machines, give us a yell. Anything else you need to know about what we're doing here on the railway? Oh, look, he's one of the supervisors. What you doing, JJ? JJ the cat. So I'll talk to you next week, folks. Oh, I scored well. I went to the Bunnings tradie breakfast this morning and won a beach towel. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Have a great week. Talk to you later. Happy shedding. Happy DIY projecting. And we will talk to you next week. Farewell. Goodbye from Dave in the Shed for this Friday's update. There you go. Quick add-on. A little bit of push. It actually says down there. I've been playing with the spray paint. Gee, you probably can't see it on the video, I don't think, anyway. Good afternoon. Dave from the dead.